Alright guys, now for the second part of this video, what we are going to draw are the structures which pass through the thoracic inlet. Alright, we are going to draw the structures. Now, before we draw this, what I am going to draw is, I'm going to draw the thoracic inlet, a cross-sectional diagram of the person standing in front of me. That means this is going to be posterior and this is going to be anterior in my diagram. For this, what I'll do is, first of all, I'll draw the body of a vertebra, alright, a heart shaped or a kidney shaped body. A simple body of the vertebra, and then I'll be drawing the posterior segment of the vertebrae, which is a simple diagram, will be like this, like a hat, a Halloween hat or a witch hat, whatever you want to call this, that kind of a structure this will be. Okay, so this is your vertebra, the thoracic vertebra, first one. So this states it's the posterior part, so here will be the anterior part, and on both sides will be our first rib. So in this, it is gonna be like a kidney shaped. So for that, this is here, we will draw two structure lines like this to make it simple, just a small bulb kind of thing here. Okay, then it tapers a little and then it is going to come and complete here. Same way, tapers a little, then bulges out. Sorry about that. It will taper a little and then just bulge out. Okay, it doesn't have to be a very perfect diagram or a very perfect what do you say, a shape, kidney shape. It just has to give a resemblance. All right, during your examinations you will not have time to do perfect shapes and all. It has to give a resemblance of the structures which you are drawing. So this will be the inner border. We have to draw the outer border as well. So now we will be drawing the outer border of this. For this, here there will be a small bulge and then it will be a dip. Same thing, a bulge and a dip, and then you just have to complete this with a, try to keep it as similar thickness as possible. Okay, I am drawing big diagrams because this is a video and I'm trying to show you guys that it has to go like this, and that's why I'm drawing these size diagrams. You can definitely draw smaller ones in your examinations because they'll be a lot easier to draw rather than going for the big diagrams. Big diagrams will take time to draw. Okay, so this has, you have drawn the entire border. In here, you just have to see that you can take a scale and see, mark these areas. All right, approximate markings. This will give you the manubrium sternum. Okay, so this is your, this will be your vertebra, your first ribs and your manubrium sternum. You have drawn the borders. All right, now that we have the border of the inlet, what we are going to draw is, we are going to draw the internal structures which pass through this inlet, the main topic of this diagram. Okay, first of all, what we are going to draw are all the central structures, because once you have drawn the central structures, the peripheral structures will be easier to draw and you won't make a mistake in their placement. So first is, we will start from the posterior, that is your muscles. Okay, two muscles will come here, that is your longus colli. Okay, these are the muscles. Now here will be your esophagus. Okay, make sure that your esophagus and your trachea are in correct placement. The trachea is anterior to your esophagus. Do not change their positions. You cannot change positions of any of the structures in these diagrams because it's very much required that you do them in the correct order. Okay, or else you'll be losing marks. So draw only when you're very sure that you know everything. Okay, this will be your trachea. This is a little off center which I have marked. This will be here. Okay, so this is your center. There are other things which will come in the center, like two small circles. This will be your thyroid veins. Then there will be a thymus. So a small warm kind of structure you can draw, which will be your thymus. You can use a little placement if you want. If you have, like my diagram is bigger, so I can have enough space to spread them out. But if you draw smaller diagrams, make sure your placement is correct accordingly. Okay, this is my thymus. Now I will have the sternoid muscles, that is just sternohyoid and the sternothyroid muscles. So bigger muscles, 2 and 2 smaller muscles. Okay, so these are your central structures. Now that we have drawn the central structures, what we will do is we will draw the peripheral structures. First of all, the main structure which will be here are the lungs, or rather the apex of the lungs. So first we'll draw the right side. Remember, this is right for the diagram and this is the left for the diagram. Okay, because this is posterior and this is anterior. So what I'll draw is, I'll draw a curved line. Okay, this will be the indication for my indication for the pleura of the lung. Now here and then here. Okay, this is my right lung, or rather the pleura of the right lung. And same thing, a curved line here, but rather this will be a little on the steeper side, or rather you can say a thinner side, because left lung has to accommodate the heart in the thoracic cage. So this, and then tapers it down. Okay, so this will be here. All right, now once you've drawn the pleura, you'll draw one more line inside to show the lung. I'm going at a much slower pace and making it very proper in shapes and sizes, just to make you guys understand how it is to be done. You guys can have a much quicker way to draw this and not require it to be a very specific shape. Placements are very much required, yes, but you can not necessarily have to get the exact shapes. You can have a rough shaping, but yeah, maintain the shapes. Okay, so these are your lungs. We are done drawing the majority of the structures, the bigger structures. Now we'll be going to the smaller structures, which are the veins, the arteries and the nerves. All right, first of all, we will draw 4 structures over here. Both sides will have 4 structures. Okay, it is closer to the boundary of the inlet. This will be 1. You can draw 2, 3, and just to give a difference, I am drawing here 4. Okay, 4 different structures. I'll name them for you later on. Similarly, 1, I'm drawing an oval shape, a circle shape, again an oval shape, and I'll be drawing a star shape. This is just to give you guys a differentiation. You can just draw 4 circles and you can be done with it. Okay, now what we'll be drawing are the main ducts and all the main arteries. Now on the left side here will be one major duct, that is your thoracic duct, which will not be present on the right side. Okay, one more we will be having over here will be your left laryngeal nerve, recurrent laryngeal nerve, that will be present, which is not present on the right side. we will draw both the sides together if we have the repetitive structures. If not, we will finish that structures and then draw the repetitive ones. All right, then we will be drawing our subclavian artery. Now here will be your, will have the big artery over here. Okay, one more big artery over here. Two nerves will be small circles. Then you can have one big vein. Okay, and you can have one more artery. Okay, your arteries are bigger circles, double-sided circles. Single circles are your nerves, and a oval shaped circle, double layered, will be your vein. All right, similarly on the left side we have, here we have another two small nerves. Okay, one big vein. We'll have two arteries here and a smaller artery here. Okay, so that's it. That's all the structures which come inside. Now I will go forward and label them for you. Okay, that we'll do in the next section of this video. Alright guys, now that we have drawn all the structures, we are going to label it. I have over here colored the structures so that you can see the difference which I am showing to show in the labeling, but you obviously are not going to do this during examinations. Alright, now the one thing which I have always used during my examinations as well was using a scale to make the lines straight while labeling it. You may use it, you may not use it, it's entirely your choice. I have preferred using it so that my lines do not go crooked at all, which gives it a clean diagram and a clean look. Okay, so first of all we are going to start with here this muscle. Both these muscles, we are going to make the labeling for that. This is longus cervicis, or you can also call it coli. Okay, now then I'm going to first label the central diagrams and the bigger structures, then I'll go for the smaller structures. Okay, this is done with the longus. This one here is your esophagus. Like you're seeing, I'm doing markings on both sides, but don't ever repeat the markings. Okay, esophagus. All right, now this one over here is your trachea. So I'm going to make a longer structure and put it up there so that I have space for the smaller structures in this region. This one here is your trachea. Now then we'll go for your big structures, that is your lungs, or you can make this one here will be your apex of right lung. You can mark the same thing on the opposite side, that is apex of left lung. Okay, now I've kept a space over here because these four diagrams I'm going to mark over here. Okay, so now we are done with the main structures, the major structures. We'll be going for smaller structures. First we will start with these structures because comparatively they are a bit bigger in size. So first of all, this one is your thymus. Okay, and these two muscles, they are similar in name. The bigger one or the closer one to the thymus is your sternothyroid, and the farther one is your sternohyoid, or the smaller one if you want. I'm going to mark them both on the same side. First I'm going to try with this one. This I'm going to take it a bit lower so that I have space for this muscle. All right, I'm drawing both the lines together so that I can take the space for it. This one is your sternothyroid. This one here is your sternohyoid. Okay, now which will go for are these structures. Okay, these structures on both sides. First we will finish the left side. It is on our right hand side, but for the diagram this is the left side. So first of all, what structures are these? The red ones are your arteries, yellow ones are your nerves, blue one is your vein. So we'll start with this one. This is your left internal thoracic artery. Okay, here is your left internal thoracic artery. Okay, this one here is your left brachiocephalic vein. This one here is your left brachiocephalic vein. Okay, now this one will be your common carotid artery, left common carotid artery, and this one here will be your left subclavian artery. Okay, so this one will bring it down here. Here, this is your left common carotid artery. Okay, this one here is your left subclavian artery. We are keeping this space in between because we still have these two structures to name them. Okay, so this one will take here. This is your, we'll take a straight arrow, and this one will be your left subclavian artery. All right, now these two are the only remaining structures in this area, so we will name them as well. Always remember, the farther one is your vagus nerve and the nearer one is your phrenic nerve. Okay, so here will be your, this one here will be your left vagus nerve, and this one here will be your left phrenic nerve. Okay, this one will be your left phrenic nerve. So we're done with these structures. Only structure remaining is this two here, so we'll take those first. Here, this one is your thoracic duct. Okay, the two structures besides your esophagus on the left side, one of them is a bigger circle which is in the posterior end. This will be your thoracic duct, and this smaller yellow structure is again a nerve. Like I said, I've colored them just so you can see the differences. This is yellow, so that's a nerve, and that is your left recurrent laryngeal nerve. left recurrent laryngeal nerve. Okay, so we are done with almost this part. These four structures we will label them in the last. Now we'll move to the right side, the structures which we are going to mark on the right side. These two are same, so only one marking is required. We will do it from here. This one here is your inferior thyroid vein. Okay, so this is inferior thyroid vein. Okay, now again we have the two arteries. So we have here the name is left this one will be your brachiocephalic artery. Okay, sorry, this one will be your brachiocephalic artery, and this one will be your right internal thoracic artery. We have a left internal thoracic artery. The complementary structure to that will be your over here. Here is your left internal thoracic artery, and the complementary structure on the right side will be your right internal thoracic artery. Right internal thoracic artery. Okay, so the second artery, the bigger artery over here, this one I'm going to take the structure a little above, that marking a little above, so that it gives out space to me. You can always mark at angles. Make sure you're not doing curves when you're plotting your marks, because your lines, because that gives it an unclean structure, and that's not very good for getting good marks. This will be your brachiocephalic artery. Okay, now we have vein on the left side and on the right side. If left one is your left brachiocephalic vein, the right one is your right brachiocephalic vein. These are complementary structures to each other. So this one here will be your right brachiocephalic vein. Okay, this one is your right brachiocephalic vein. Now the only two structures remaining here is this vein, this nerve, sorry. So this one will be your right phrenic nerve. Okay, so below we are done in mentioning all the structures. Only these four structures are remaining, and we have left space over here for them. So we are going to take those first. Alright, like I said, yellow are nerves, blue are your veins, red is your artery. So here the structures are from posterior to anteriorly will be your nerve, artery, vein, nerve. So the nerve structure, first one over here, take it as far possible, as much as you can, because you have other structures to answer here as well. So here I'm taking it this long, and this one is your first thoracic nerve, because you are talking about you're in the thoracic region. It makes sense that there is your first thoracic nerve. Okay, that will be there. This will be your superior internal costal artery. Like I said, we are in the thoracic region. Internal costal structures are supposed to be there. So this will be your first internal costal artery, superior internal costal artery, and this will be your first posterior intercostal vein. So this one here is your superior internal intercostal artery or coastal artery. The structure here, the blue one, will be your first posterior intercostal vein. First posterior intercostal vein. All right, now this structure here is a sympathetic chain, but we do not have the space to do it here. We will take it down here. The reason why I have marked it like a star is because it's the chain structure, so it's easier to remember that this is your sympathetic chain. So that's it. That's the diagram entirely for the structures which pass through your superior thoracic aperture or your thoracic inlet. Now just imagine if you have this diagram on your answer sheet. Okay, this diagram is there on your answer sheet, as well as this diagram is there on your answer sheet. You are not going to need the examiner to go into the details about your answer, because they will know that you know your stuff, because you have marked everything properly. You have given the way the inlet is formed, and you have proved over here the structures which pass through the inlet. So drawing these two diagrams will almost complete your answer. You definitely need to write everything down, but having these diagrams will definitely give you an upper edge compared to those who are not doing the diagrams. So I have tried my best, so you can get the best possible way how to draw this. If you have any doubts, or if you want to comment, you can comment it in the comment section below. If you want me to take up any specific diagram, you can leave those in the comments as well, and I'll try to make as many as possible. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.